morning from FES. We are at the Royal Palace?
Yes.
We're at the gates of the Royal Palace, and to our left here, that is basically like the Champs-Élysées of FES. So a quick morning, and now we're out on the road for the full day of touring, and this is the beautiful gate, the Royal Palace. On one side we have the walls of the Royal Palace, and then we're on the other side we have the Jewish quarter, and we're going straight into the Jewish quarter now.
No one would notice. Do you have an idea about this? This hole
The
here?
locking system or something?
No. That is purely Jewish tradition.
Oh.
And they call it mezuzah.
Okay.
They would put here verses from their holy book, the Torah, verses from that, and they would put it here.
Oh.
And by entering, always to the right side, by entering they would go like this.
Oh.
So,
It's the main road in the Jewish quarter. Lots of shops and places to buy things. And this beautiful gate, and then a whole bunch of storks up top. Look at them all. They all have their own peak. Hello, friends. Hello. So we're currently walking through the Jewish quarter, or the mellah, which we've walked through a few different places because they have, a lot of cities have them.
And mellah comes from an Arabic word that means salt, because the Jewish people controlled the salt industry, which is really valuable. So all the Jewish quarters, that's the name of, that's the name of all of them because of salt. And that's where salary came from too.
Fun facts. And also when you hear the people say that they're worth their salt, and that is because salt was so valuable in those old days, and that was the value was whether people were worth their salt. Where are we, Katie?
We're at a fortress up high, looking at the view of the three distinct areas.
see that's the stadium.
It's the extension of the city way out there.
Close by that new
Out here?
houses.
And then wrapping
It
around
goes like this.
New
After
town.
the oval, yeah, around the hill, you see
to the old town.
that is the beginning of the.
So continuing along here, this is the 9th century Medina down here, all in this area that runs down here. And then up top here is the extension of the city. And then there's another fortress right here. And that fortress was used to control the city from both this side and that side. Because we're at the other fortress right here. Right, Katie? Correct. So fun fact, there are 300 mosques just in this old quarter, 9th century old quarter right here. Never mind the mellah and new town and extension, just this space here. So it is also known as a very religious central city. So we're learning about the cooperative and the like clay and ceramic work, and so this is the clay when it comes in from the countryside, and they soak it in these bins basically to make it soft, and you can see it becomes this putty here. They make it into these bricks which are drying, and then they get them into these little small bricks here, and they dry them there. See them making them here.
Firing the painting.
They're firing the kilns.
And after the
with all of it.
painting, it's enamel. We are here to show you how we enamel the.
So they fire them and then they paint them. They fire them again in enamel.
And the government to encourage the handicrafts. So they don't pay taxes. Very few, very few. See, he's working with sheets. We have another way. Pictures. What you see here, those.
Oh,
Yes.
2 pieces, that's good.
Wow.
After watching everybody build everything and the construction process, now we've bought a couple of things, but Katie and I wanted to buy a couple tagine and something for our house because we've put some Moroccan theme in our bathroom. So bought some really cool stuff for our bathroom, and my parents bought a bowl. Now we got a little bit of Moroccan art for our place and supported the locals here that are working, and the work is unbelievably hard, just unreal. And the quality here is very high. Like you can tell the difference between this stuff and the market things, just where like the metal work and the design work is a lot better, which, you know, you can buy cheaper ones or you can buy higher price ones. I'm sure we get taken for it a little bit, but awesome quality stuff.
I gave in to Mark. He gives in to me and I thought it'd be nice, but he picked this stuff.
We decided together what we were buying, and she bought, she
He's showing too much skin.
showing the chest. Ow, you pinched me! Walking through the narrow streets
Be claustrophobic.
of Fez. So we're in the 9th century Medina. Oh. I'm too wide.
And here, of course, they live. People live here.
That's crazy.
This is what we call a narrow street, one-way traffic.
Yeah.
Made our way into the middle of the Medina, into a local's sort of food market. Katie's gonna try something from the local butcher here. Just kidding. Maybe some olives though, or some fruit, fresh fruit juice. Our friend the camel. He's not very happy.
The butcher specialized in camel meat.
He's not a happy camel. So this area we are is the Teinturier, where they basically are repurposing clothing. So you bring back old, used clothes and they refresh them, they dye them, and then make them something new. So here's something new to wear and repurpose clothing and recycle it essentially. So we're in the Koran school.
Beautiful.
The architecture style in here is Moorish. So they have the 3 elements, which is the cedar wood at the very top, and then you have the stucco plaster, basically that white, and then the tiles in the bottom here. The actual archways, for example, over there, which is where Mecca is, are Islamic. The school is where students would come and they would live here, so they would sleep here on the upper floors, and on the lower floors they would study.
Study and pray.
And it was for boys or girls?
Boys only, and you can only come once you're about 12 years old if you memorize the entire Quran.
Which has like, what, 114 chapters or something?
Something like that's like huge.
Crazy.
Always the gates of the same mosque. 14 gates.
So this is where, after we go through the tannery, you'll have the opportunity to buy all the bags. And they give you mint. CK has mint to smell, because the smell here is so intense. Wow. This is so amazing. Look at all these different colors and the guys that are working in these. And it just stinks. So the different colors are from different things to tan and dye the leather. This right here, what Katie's cutting into, is pastilla, and this is a famous dish from Fez.
Sweet.
And it has like sweet and like cinnamon on top, and then it's like chicken and vegetables layered in with like a phyllo pastry. How is it? Oh, it's really good. Now I'm going to tie into mine. And this will last 2 seconds.
Cedar and stucco and the mosaic on the tiles. And at the back with black letters, that is Arabic for God, Allah. Oh. If you do like this with the right hand.
We're in the Fonduuk, which is like the Woodwork Museum basically. And it is absolutely beautiful, that Moorish style. It's amazing, and it's cheap. It's only 20 dirhams to come in here, and you can get 10 dirhams to get a drink on the top terrace. On the rooftops of the, like a museum of wood, all the wood products. And you can see the terraced tops of all the different places. How are you enjoying your trip so far here in Fez?
Good. good. It's more historical than tourist.
Yeah, less touristy, more locally.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. The camera lens still is covering on it.
We made our way into another carpet factory.
They move from there to
They're already selling Katie on it. We're wrapping her up in it.
Well,
Keeping her
here
warm.
it's an old building from 14th century, belonged to Windsor family because we have two houses. Of curiosity. Because taste and color doesn't discuss. And this is the Jewish style, another A Jacob tribe. So now please, you're gonna practice.
We've made it to the viewpoint now.
Yeah, which concludes, I think, all the top TripAdvisor things that they suggest.
You've literally seen everything TripAdvisor suggests right now, and this is the last one. This viewpoint, these like ruins up here. And then we're gonna head back to the hotel afterwards and just have a relaxing evening likely. It's been a long day of walking. Tomorrow we're gonna spend some more time in the Medina, just exploring and shopping. Buy our last items.
There's room in your heart, there's room in your house. So the carpet man taught me.
We didn't buy carpet. Came out of that one unscathed.
Buried here.
These are tombs.
They're not so buried. No, they still only you don't see tombs. It's just
And the view of the Medina. So this is the old university. Oh my gosh.
Ready? There.
Yeah, it's university and mosque.
Here,
And we walked all the way through the whole thing. And tomorrow we're gonna go to,
there.
oh my gosh. To the higher part. Yes, that's right. Where we started at the beginning of this video.
Right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is right there. That's where we started at the older fortress. Apologies for the madness. Where are we for dinner tonight, Katie?
We're at a Lebanese Moroccan restaurant.
So we're having Lebanese food, and they've got a little band over there, and we're just doing a whole bunch of tapas, and this is our last dinner all together. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe up here. Check out our most recent other videos over here, or subscribe to our other channel over here.